Hi, this is Soumya Ashok reporting for ThePrint on the ground from Colombo, Sri Lanka. Unfortunately, all my attempts at trying to speak to you from the protest site of Gota Go Home or GotaGoGama as it's called popularly here was foiled by the incessant rains today. What we have so far is quite a contemplative day after the proceedings when Ranil Wickremesinghe was named the Prime Minister once more. It was a bit of a mixed signal, to be very honest, in through my wanders today. This morning, as I was heading to get my press accreditation done, the Sri Lankan Tamil auto driver and I engaged in conversation, and he was extremely happy with this development. When I asked him about it, he said it was good, and he also said that Ranil is very known to the people in the neighborhood in places like India and so on. So this will be good to tide over the economic crisis. Over at the protest site, which I spent the last 4 or 5 hours getting to know the sort of dynamics of how it works, the mood wasn't that supportive towards the new Prime Minister. Most people see it as a change of head and not so much a change of system. And it is pretty much business as usual, as they say it. So far, I have walked around the space just to get a sense of how a protest site like this comes together. But what I did when I wandered around is to get a larger perspective on what people think of, say, the 35th, 36th day of protest. As I wandered around, at least along the GotaGoGama Village, which has sort of come up as an organic space, there is actually a movie theater in there called Tear Gas Hall. There's a public arts space. There's a space for art gallery. There's space for a library with 10,000 books. And I spent some time in the kitchen trying to understand tonight's menu, which was tempered dry fish, dal, and some chicken curry, finishing off with a fruit salad. Let me show you around and wander with you through the village and bring you some voices. Since April 9th, a group of protesters have slowly put together what has organically grown into a village called GotaGoGama Village on Colombo's Golface Road. Nearly everything goes on at once here. If someone is reading, someone else is snoozing, others are cooking, taking out the trash, or strumming a guitar. It looks and feels a bit like a music festival, with tents all around and a special place even for the Rastafarians. The whole village is powered by solar power.
When we like to want to do something as artists, so we always think about our future.
Yeah.
We want to do something. And like so, as artists, also I thought come and see help me. My side business, I have guitar, so I like to sing. Most of times evenings, so we gathering and singing like having fun with like we want entertainment to because they are very tired. Then and sometimes I help the kitchen and cleaning and washing, like cutting vegetables and like so we are helping each other.
The GotaGoGama Village wore a contemplative mood a day after Ranil Wickremesinghe was sworn in as Prime Minister. Responses to his appointment, based on who I asked, ranged from, "This will hopefully be good for Sri Lanka," to "He's a failed politician," to "He has no legitimacy."
Because we all know he has been
When I met Harendra Gunaratna, who is a postgraduate student in a Sri Lankan public university, he said he knew how Ranil Wickremesinghe has acted in the past as a parliament member and how his policies have been to scale back funds for education. He also said that most of the students, along with him, as part of the Inter-University Student Federation, knew where this was headed, and that they were all in this for the struggle till Gota goes home.
that's not a big deal for us.
Volunteers say that the village has entirely come up based on donations. People show up asking what is needed, and the next day come to drop it off. Everyone also speaks of the unity that the last month has seen far away from the divisive politics under the Rajapaksa government. The economic crisis has truly been a uniting force and has given rise to a politically aware generation of youngsters in Sri Lanka. This Tuesday will see a no-confidence motion playing out in the Sri Lankan parliament, and the mood is tense on whether it will lead to more attacks like what transpired on May 9th, when goons allegedly organized by the ruling party attacked protesters. But if it is anything to go by, everyone talks of the support from people who ran from offices and hotels surrounding the protest site to stand in support. That's it from me. Thank you so very much for tuning in. This is Soumya Ashok reporting for ThePrint from Colombo. Stay tuned. I will be bringing you more ground reports from Colombo over the course of the next week or so.